Hello everyone! Some people say everyone gets a second chance. The people you're about to see were lucky enough to get theirs. In this video, you'll witness real moments where a single step, a split-second decision, or pure luck meant the difference between life and death. From terrifying encounters with wild animals and deadly natural disasters, to unbelievable accidents that ended in miraculous escapes, every clip proves just how quickly everything can change. The further you watch, the more unbelievable these close calls become. Let's begin. Rally racing leaves no room for mistakes. When this driver lost control, the car crashed straight towards spectators. Amazingly, everyone escaped without injury. For a split second, it looked like this pole would pass straight through his body. Somehow, the athlete avoided what could have been a fatal accident by just a matter of inches. Within seconds, this helicopter became completely unstable. As its powerful rotors spun wildly, everyone nearby had to react immediately to avoid disaster. Talk about perfect timing. She had no idea a tree was about to fall behind her. A few seconds slower, and this story could have ended very differently. Watch closely. This worker was simply doing his job when the excavator's heavy bucket suddenly came crashing down. Thankfully, it landed just inches away.
Oh my God!
This looked like the perfect winter adventure, until a speeding car suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Thankfully, they jumped off just seconds before impact. Can you believe this? The cyclist disappeared beneath the truck, and for a moment, the worst seemed inevitable. Then came the miracle. He walked away without a scratch. Imagine focusing on fixing your motorcycle, then suddenly a speeding car flashes past right beside you. That was luck at its absolute finest. Talk about catching the wrong thing. Instead of dinner, this fisherman accidentally hooked a crocodile. One quick reaction later, he was sprinting to safety. The festival turned into chaos when the elephant suddenly lost control. A rider fell directly beneath it, but somehow survived without being trampled. Can you imagine looking up and seeing a giant snake heading straight toward your baby? Without a second to waste, this mother reacted instantly and avoided a terrifying encounter. Forest officials and police were trying to capture a tiger when it suddenly charged at one of the rescuers. Thankfully, he survived the terrifying attack. You'd expect an ambulance after a crash like this. Instead, the biker simply got up, dusted himself off, and walked away as if it was just another day. This man had no idea danger was right beneath him. Moments after getting off his scooter, it suddenly burst into a massive fireball. This is every parent's worst nightmare. A young girl suddenly stepped into the road without warning, leaving the driver only a split second to react. Somehow, tragedy was avoided. They were simply standing by the roadside when a speeding truck suddenly headed straight toward them. Thankfully, they jumped out of the way just in time. What looked like an ordinary day turned into chaos when a huge explosion suddenly erupted just feet from moving traffic. Amazingly, no one was caught in the blast. Imagine putting on your shoe, only to discover a baby cobra hiding inside. That's every person's worst surprise. Unbelievable! This man is standing just feet away from multiple wild tigers. Everything looked terrifying as the tiger sprinted toward the vehicle, but the moment it spotted the elephant nearby, it suddenly backed away. This man was focused on cutting grass when he suddenly discovered a giant constrictor snake just behind him. Thankfully, he backed away before it got any closer. Nobody expected this. As the woman practiced near the lion, it suddenly lunged at her. In a split second, a man rushed in and kicked the lion away, giving her a chance to escape. These two men were racing to escape a wild tiger. Just as the second man climbed onto the tanker, the tiger lunged and nearly caught his leg. A fun day on the slopes turned into a desperate rescue when this female skier was buried beneath the snow. Her friends immediately rushed to dig her out. Whoa, one more step? And this could have ended in disaster. Deep underwater, there's nowhere to run. When this shark suddenly attacked the diver, every second became a battle for survival. Somehow, he managed to escape the terrifying encounter. Safari rules exist for a reason. Just seconds after this family stepped out of their vehicle, a wild lion suddenly charged at them. What started as an exciting adventure quickly became a desperate race for safety. This man was peacefully sitting in his chair when a snake silently slithered right up beside him. The moment he spotted it, he reacted instantly. This giant whale suddenly surfaced with its mouth wide open just feet from a girl in the water. For a terrifying moment, it looked like she had disappeared inside. In less than 2 seconds, an ordinary afternoon became one of the closest roadside escapes you'll ever witness. A father's instinct kicked in at exactly the right moment, and it may have saved 2 lives. Those few seconds changed everything. Just as a speeding car rushed in, one man grabbed both girls and pulled them out of danger. His legs gave out at the worst possible moment, right in front of a speeding car. Three adults and a baby were crossing the road when a speeding truck suddenly came within inches of them. Somehow, everyone made it across safely. An ordinary walk turned into a fight for survival when 2 men on a motorcycle suddenly opened fire. Against all odds, he wasn't hit. This cyclist gambled with timing at a railroad crossing. 1 second slower and the train would have reached him first. He thought the forest was peaceful, until a massive rock suddenly came crashing down from the hillside beside him. He escaped by a heartbeat, then the crash exploded behind him. The train ripped the truck apart in seconds. Amazingly, the driver's cab remained intact, giving him an unbelievable second chance. For just a moment, she leaned outside the moving train. Seconds later, the train rushed past rocks and trees with almost no clearance. This is one of the most intense jobs you'll ever see. A father's reflexes saved his daughter's life in the blink of an eye. A routine moment turned terrifying when this bus suddenly went out of control. Somehow, the woman escaped being crushed by mere inches. One out-of-control truck was all it took to turn this quiet roadside into complete chaos. Somehow, everyone escaped unharmed. Two trains, one track, and almost no time to stop. The store was destroyed, but somehow the cashier wasn't. One second they were enjoying the ocean, the next, a shark slammed into their jet ski without warning. Most people don't get this lucky. She fell directly into the path of traffic, but somehow managed to move just before the truck reached her. That's a miracle measured in seconds. Climbing onto the iceberg seemed harmless, until thousands of pounds of ice suddenly rolled over beneath them. Sometimes luck is measured in footsteps. This little girl had barely left the room when the roof suddenly gave way. Sometimes survival has nothing to do with skill, just unbelievable luck. This is one of those moments. He thought he was feeding the snake, until it suddenly lunged at him. Luckily, his reflexes were just fast enough. You can't buy this kind of luck. A crashing plane barely missed his car. Timing doesn't get any closer than this. A fully grown tree collapsed onto the road just after the truck cleared the area. That crane hook missed him by inches. You won't believe this. A jet passed just inches above his head during takeoff. One unattended car, one terrifying mistake. As it rolled out of control, people had only seconds to get out of its path. This child sprinted across the road at exactly the right moment. A speeding car missed by only inches. This man came within inches of becoming an alligator's next meal. If luck had a favorite person today, it was this man. He cleared the road just as a speeding truck thundered past. He fell from the sky and simply walked away. This woman has luck on her side. The motorcycle missed her by a heartbeat. You won't believe what this driver escaped. Another car literally flew overhead. Nobody expected a truck to come charging toward them. Somehow, everyone got out of the way just in time. Without thinking twice, this father pulled his son to safety just before the pickup truck reached them. One tiny step in the wrong direction, and this miracle would have become a tragedy. An ordinary stop at the gas station turned terrifying when the motorcycle suddenly caught fire. Thankfully, the flames were brought under control quickly. Chaos erupted without warning as a speeding car plowed into the group. Against all odds, everyone walked away with only minor injuries. Gravity gave him no warning. An iron pole suddenly dropped from above, but by pure luck, it landed just inches away. If this isn't one of the luckiest people alive, I don't know what is. A speeding car crashed only inches away, yet somehow he walked on unharmed. This man survived by the smallest possible margin. He had just left his rickshaw when a massive tree came crashing down, destroying it within seconds. The road turned into ice and the car became unstoppable. Somehow the driver jumped clear just before it disappeared down the slope. Today, luck won 100 times. Some people escaped by inches, others by pure instinct, but every one of these moments reminds us how precious life really is. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next unbelievable compilation.